My stupid plan to propose to my girlfriend sent her straight into the arms of another guy. I'd been secretly planning the perfect proposal to Jessica for 6 months when she started getting suspicious about my weird behavior. She joked at dinner that I was acting like someone about to propose, and everyone stared at me expectantly. I panicked because the proposal was still 2 months away, and I'd already paid for everything, so I decided to throw her off by pretending I was against marriage. That weekend, we ran into her ex Brandon from college at a bar, and when he asked how long we'd been together, I saw my chance to sell the act. 4 years, I said, and that's how it's staying. Marriage is just a piece of paper. Why do people need the government to validate their love? Brandon looked at Jessica with this expression like he'd just won the lottery. Interesting perspective, he said. I could never be with someone for that long without proposing. Jessica went quiet and excused herself to the bathroom. Her sister pulled me aside later and whispered that she knew I was up to something because Jessica had been looking at wedding venues, so I had to make it more convincing or I'd ruin the surprise. Jessica started pulling away from me immediately, but I was too stupid to stop digging my hole deeper. When her best friend got engaged, I stood up at the celebration dinner and said, I give it 2 years max before they're in divorce court fighting over who gets the dog. The entire restaurant turned to stare as Jessica ran to the bathroom crying. Her sister followed her but gave me a thumbs up, thinking I was really selling it. Then Brandon started showing up everywhere, being perfect, talking about his dreams of marriage and kids whenever she was in earshot. He joined her gym and would chat with her while she stretched, careful never to cross a line, but making his availability crystal clear. Jessica started staying at her sister's place some nights, coming home with puffy eyes. My mom thinks I'm wasting my life with you, she told me one night. Brandon told her at the grocery store that he believes in marriage and commitment. Why did he tell my mom that? I had to keep doubling down, reading books about the evils of marriage and leaving them around our apartment because her sister kept insisting the surprise only worked if Jessica truly believed I was against marriage. Brandon was posting Instagram stories of romantic dinners alone with captions like table for 2, party of 1, and waiting for someone who wants forever. Jessica was crying herself to sleep next to me while I held the ring box in my pocket, paralyzed by the web of lies I created. Her mom called me sobbing. She's 32 years old and you're wasting her prime years? What kind of monster are you? Her sister had to pretend to agree with her mom to keep the secret, telling me Jessica was close to leaving, but to trust the plan. Brandon sent Jessica flowers on her birthday with a note that said, you deserve someone who knows your worth, and she displayed them on our dining table while looking at me with hollow eyes. Friday night, I came home to find our apartment stripped bare of Jessica's belongings. Even the vanilla candles she always had burning were gone. A note sat on the kitchen counter. Brandon asked me to marry him after knowing me for 3 weeks in college and again today after 3 weeks of being back. You've had 4 years, and all you've done is tell everyone who will listen that marriage is stupid. I'm done waiting for you to grow up. I called her 47 times before Brandon answered her phone. She's busy trying on engagement rings, he said. I'm giving her the life you were too scared to offer. I drove to the jewelry store and saw them through the window. Jessica's hand splayed out as Brandon slipped a massive diamond onto her finger while the staff applauded. I burst through the door screaming, that's supposed to be my ring on your finger. Security grabbed me immediately. This man is harassing my fiance, Brandon said calmly. Jessica looked at me with dead eyes and said, I don't know what you expected. You literally gave a TED talk last week about how marriage is a scam. I went home and destroyed our apartment in rage, punching through the bathroom door, throwing our photos off the balcony. Then I sat on the floor in the wreckage holding the ring box and sobbing while listening to Brandon's engagement announcement get 5,000 likes on Instagram. At 3 in the morning, keys rattled in the lock, and Jessica walked in still wearing the dress from the jewelry store, but no ring on her finger. I couldn't do it, she said, mascara streaking her cheeks. Brandon was perfect on paper, but when he proposed, all I could think was, this should be you. So if you're never going to ask me, then I'm asking you because I can't lose you to your own stupidity. She dropped to one knee in the wreckage of our apartment. I started laugh crying and fell to my knees too, pulling the ring box from my pocket. This whole thing was an act. I've had this ring for 2 months. She stared at the ring, then at me, then started scream laughing so hard she couldn't breathe, and we were both on the floor crying and kissing, her saying, you absolute idiot, between sobs.